What up? Coach Lins here, and I want to take you through some of our hurdle hop variations that we use. So the first one's just going to be a 2-foot jump stick. You're going to jump up, stick, make sure you're pushing those knees out, keeping the big chest, absorb it so it's nice and soft. A big thing that we'll see is athletes either landing too far up on that toe. We're going to land on that midfoot and not let the heel down. So land more on that midfoot, that way you can absorb the force better. Again, watching the knees, make sure they're coming out nicely. Next one then would be going 2 feet and quick. I like to throw in the knee drive. That way, what it's going to do as you're going through is get you to pull the ground. When you're landing, you want to be pulling that ground. Ultimately, when you're taking off for a vert, as you're taking off and you pull back, it's going to help you get more height. So that's something we're looking for on that drill with hurdle hops. We can then go, the next progression would be 1 foot. So jump sticking, 1 foot. On this one, I like to keep it the other knee in front. What happens is when they put it backwards, you dump your chest, ultimately they can fall. Where you keep it in front, it's just like when you're running, and it's going to help also strengthen that hip flexor as you're going through it. After 1 foot jump stick, will be 1 foot quick, coming up. Same thing as we did before, where with 2 feet, how are you trying to drive the knee up and through? We're just doing that same thing now, just with 1 foot. Another thing we'll do is sideways 2 feet jump stick, coming up and through, boom, stick that landing. Same thing we're looking for in the front, hitting that midfoot, keeping the feet slightly off. We'll do the same thing quick with the knee drive. Another thing we can do when it comes to hurdles is a little shuffle through. Get a little side to side, pushing off. Looking for that loading up the outside foot, driving up and through. Big thing you want to see is making sure when they're pushing off in the middle of the hurdle. As they're coming up here, line it up in the middle of the hurdle, try to keep it in a straight line. One last thing we'll do for a variation for hurdles is forward backwards, sprint up, drop the hips. Real quick. So on this one, I'm watching upper body, and I was moving with it on top of same thing as we're going side to side. Are we hitting that middle point before we go back? Stick it, come back up, boom, watching it. So those are a few of our hurdle variations that we use here.